gentlemen, we have had presidential candidates on, CEOs. We the whole gang list of think tankers or whatever. But it is always exceptional when we have inspirational stories like Pastor Greg Young, who recovered from an amazing, tragic accident, and he now airs his show on our network at 4 p.m. every single day. Equally amazing is the story of CEO Stephanie Whitmoyer and her husband, and how they overcame in order to become the patrons and leaders of Belvedere Delectables out of Warrington, Virginia. BelvedereDelectables.com, ladies and gentlemen. So glad to have Miss Stephanie Whitmoyer with us tonight. Listen, your husband was on the auspices of finishing a wondrous career. Over 30 years, ready to go to retirement. You probably had tickets already for Bermuda. You had it all planned. And then tragedy strikes.
You had it all planned out, let me tell you.
Can you tell everyone how great God is, in the sense of no matter what our plans are, his are always greater. Tell us exactly what happened with your husband.
Amen. I love that, and I do believe that. And let me tell you, even though I'm sitting here, and I want to be an inspiration to everyone. I have had some hard times, but you have to keep moving forward. You have to keep pushing on. So he was actually 23 days away from being what they consider retirement eligible with his company. And he was tapped on the shoulder and said, we are surplusing your position, meaning that it was no longer needed, and it was probably, it was going to be combined with someone else's job.
Wait. Okay, wait. So wait a minute. After
with my MS diagnosis,
mm-hmm.
and when others could have held the bitter card, he chose a different path. He chose to believe in light instead of the darkness, and he said he accepted his fate with grace,
mm-hmm.
And I followed suit with that. And we said, you know what? All right, so it's kind of thrown us a curveball here, but what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
So we sat down one night and we kind of said, well, let's put our heads together and try to figure this out. I mean, just like I said, you can't just give up. I mean, you have to keep living.
Yeah.
So how are we going to make this happen for us?
Now I want to, before you proceed with that, because I got to ask you this. He's out of a gig after 30 years.
Yes.
You have multiple sclerosis. Now, when were you diagnosed with multiple sclerosis?
I was diagnosed in 2013, and I actually have not been working very much.
Yeah.
So basically, we were a zero-income family at this point.
Exactly. Now, when you were diagnosed with that, what are the thoughts that went through your mind? First, if you could tell everyone what multiple sclerosis is, because a lot of people hear MS, but they don't know exactly what it is. And what were some of the thoughts? Because, I mean, being a very strong woman, of course, it can be a setback. Am I right?
Yeah, most definitely. So basically, MS is the demyelinization of your nerves, I guess is a good way of saying it. The way the doctor kind of explained it to me is, think of your brain like a rich person's gated community. Someone crashed into your house and stole your TV.
Yeah.
As funny and simple as it is, it kind of got the point across.
Yeah.
So he said, and think of it as you had no insurance.
Yeah.
And so basically, the MS, he also kind of likened it to a power cord. So, like, take your nervous system and think of it like layers of a power cord. And the outer layer has started to come off, and then your nerves are exposed.
Yes.
So it's hard for your brain to send signals back and forth to different parts of your body. So it's kind of random. I mean, wherever these demyelinization, positivity, and hope are, I say those things to myself every single day.
Exactly.
And, don't get me wrong. I tease that I can get on my soapbox too about it. You know, not every day is perfect, but I do try to live with positive thoughts.
Listen,
And
with far fewer challenges and setbacks, there have
yeah,
been many people who have taken up residence on the seat of life, waiting for the ride to end.
hmm,
Not exploring opportunities, not, I mean, basically giving in to their circumstance, their condition, or their situation and saying that it's permanent. You and your husband, out of faith, sat down one night with everything going against you and said,
yeah,
you know what? We can beat this. And
yeah.
I got to ask you, when you're both looking at each other into the abyss, what was that like for you as a husband and a wife?
It was um, it was a fork in the road for us,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I mean, we could have spiraled out of control and let the situation dictate us,
Mm-hmm.
or we could take control of it and do the best that we could with it.
Yes.
Um, and we chose the latter. We think very similarly. We have very similar goals in life, and um, we want to believing in God and getting us through that. And I think that's where I find a lot of my strength,
So you
through
sit,
Him and through God.
your strength and the strength of God, you're sitting down with your husband that night,
Yes.
and both of you all could have easily just sat down and said, forget about it. It's just not going to work. But you all sat down and you devised a plan. Can you tell America what that plan was?
Well, it seems a little silly on the surface, but it has led us to wonderful things so far. So, in the midst of all this going on, even before he had lost his job with his company, I had been filling my time crafting and cooking. And I started with a baked bean recipe that has been in my family for many years that I
Mm.
kind of tweaked and made my own. And I had a girlfriend of mine who said, "Hey, and I have just gotten the most wonderful, just encouraging feedback, both on the product and support for our family, and where we've come from, and the journey that we've just started on."
Well, listen, Belvedere Delectables, ladies and gentlemen, you have definitely got to get in contact with her and her family, and we're not done yet because there's a lot of great things that are coming from this organization. But as you are persevering and going forward, and we're putting that information right into the chat room for everybody, you need to go there. You need to buy something. Buy something. Now, come on now. Um,
So
and try.
we're not up in production yet.
But
Just like with all startups, we are seeking some funding resources.
mm-hmm.
We have to buy things in large quantities.
Yes,
Um, and there's one other thing that I kind of wanted to piggyback on that
sure.
is really near and dear to my heart. Um, along Once we start producing, once we get launched officially, we have actually already established what we call the Belvedere Believes Fund, which
Mm-hmm.
is going to be supporting all things MS, from research to helping families in need. And I say my husband is the why behind that. So just as much as the patient deals with their own issues, caretakers, are very important. And sometimes I believe they get overlooked. And so, we want to take this a little bit further, and use
Yes.
our resources in really creative ways, like, hey, husband, or hey, grandma, whoever it is the caretaker, let's have a spa day. What can I do for you?
You're dead to me. I love that line. But but uh, as people of faith, and you're starting out, what are some of the challenges that you had to overcome? Because there are people who are tuning in tonight and saying, "Wait a minute, I had this idea, I wanted to do something, but I don't know if it's going to work or not." You all are better off than we are. You didn't. I mean, you got all that education and stuff, and you're. I mean, you had it easy. Yeah. What
Right.
What were some of the challenges beyond MS, beyond losing career work, in terms of getting your business started up and running in this economy?
I think challenges, I would say learning the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to educate myself, and let me speak in terms of, this has nothing to do with my prior education or my family background.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in perseverance. I believe in hard work, and I believe that if you want something, you need to go after it,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, you'll stop at nothing to get to it.
Yes.
I believe in living by a high moral code. And what I've done is getting over that, even just sitting here talking with you, sure, there could be like a little bit of fear, like, oh my gosh, what is everyone going to think?
Yeah.
But the best advice I was ever given was actually by Miss CJ, and she said, just be yourself.
Yes.
And that's who I am.
Because you have touched my taste buds. And Mary Brockman, my bouncer, and she.
Actually, if I could, I might let me give you a little sampling of what they're all about.
Uh-huh.
So we'll started on the baked beans, obviously. But
Yes.
we have mashed potatoes, sweet mashed potatoes.
Oh gosh.
We have a whole line.
Mm.
We have a whole line that we're gearing up. But just based on the baked beans, they are a brown sugar recipe that
Mm.
is made with rich maple,
Mm.
and caramelized pineapple and bacon.
Oh God.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, they are scrumptious.
Now I have now there. This generation. Now when I was growing up, my mama said, "Whatever I put in front of you, you eat. Don't ask no questions." And so that's my lifestyle. But we have a generation.
Right.
We have a generation now that's is this gluten free? Okay. So and I know there's some people with health concerns and stuff like that. But what do you do in terms of your food? Is it all natural? How do you prepare your foods?
Well, I can tell you a quick little funny story about that. I've been reaching out to investors and whatnot, and one of the first gentlemen I spoke to, he was more geared towards healthy alternatives and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, so as far as marketing goes, is there anything that I can, put out there about, like being gluten free or anything like that, sugar free? And I laughed so hard, and I said, honey, it's just like eating a candy bar.
Mm.
And then he said, okay, decadent. And then
I
he shut it down.
love it. Listen, in this day of age where they really have taken the taste out of food to make it palatable for the metropolitan generation, I like
Right.
some down home real
It
food.
is.
Oh my
It
God.
is. It is 100% down home, home cooking food. It's everything that I actually make at the holidays. And actually, how I kind of describe it is an experience.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're cooking during the holidays, you smell it all day long, right? And
Oh.
you're just chomping at the bit when you get the come on and eat,
Oh.
and then you grab your plate and you're shuffling down the line, or trading your plates back and forth. Here, fill me up with this, fill me up with that, and you're almost overlapping every part of your dish, right?
Exactly.
And that's what I believe the brand is all about. It's that smell, it's that taste, it's that feeling during the holidays.
Mm. It's.
It's all holiday based food,
I
and
love
that's
it.
the core part of the business. And then we're going to start expanding into some other arenas too.
Now, there's some people who are listening tonight, especially in urban America, where they never had to cook. They just popped it into the microwave and called it dinner.
Right, right,
um,
right.
How can people get your food? Can you ship it to them? How can, besides going out to 221 Cannon Way out in Warrington, Virginia, zip code 20186, and you can call ahead if you want to schedule your reservation. 540-326-1810. That's 540-326-1810. We put that in the chat room for everybody. But you're out on Route 17.
We are. And so what we're going to do right now is we're doing a sign up for pre-orders right now.
All right.
So I was teasing earlier that getting baked beans manufactured has been almost next to impossible. It's been very challenging.
Exactly.
But I do believe that I have a manufacturer that's willing to work with me that's in California. So once we kind of work out all the details with that, I'm going to start accepting pre-orders. So if your listeners go to the website, there's actually a tab on there that says sign me up. And then once they do that, I'll have their contact information, and then I'll be sending out notices of when we're going to start taking pre-orders.
Now, this hopefully, and I'm going to put that in the chat room for everybody to sign me up, because I personally want to go out there and visit you. Hopefully that stuff now. Now, is that only for Thanksgiving? Is that only for Christmas, or can they do that throughout the course of the year with you?
They will be able to do it anytime they want. So my hope is, we're going to be going into desserts as well, not just side dishes. So, our vision is that, you have whatever your main course is going to be, whether it's a meat or whatnot, like a chicken or a beef, whatever. And then you'll be
in the major presentations, the Hiltons and all that. But the Lamentations basically states, never despise small beginnings. And I pray for you and your family much, much success. CEO Stephanie Whitmoyer. And I'm going to tell you all, if you're watching tonight, and if you're watching this video, you ain't cooking nothing for Thanksgiving or anything else. You ain't cooking nothing. Go ahead and put your order in right now, because the magic word here for me, and this is just me now. It might be other people have different things, but it is the bold brown sugar. Belvedere Delectables, BelvedereDelectables.com. It was a tremendous pleasure and honor, and we definitely will have you back for your launching. And most certainly, we're going to pray you great success going forward. And whatever you do, don't listen to the wannabe Mr. Wonderfuls out there that will tell you it's not going to work. You're going to be successful. God bless you.
God bless you, and thank you to you and all your listeners. I certainly appreciate it.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you all have had a wonderful time getting prepared to order your mashed potatoes, your beans, your dessert. You get it together. Get it together, ladies and gentlemen. You do it now. You'll be ready for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back from the break, more about Iran and the potential of us going to war with them, despite what the left wants. And as well, we will be talking with none other in the second hour of our program, Raynard Teddy Bear Jackson. Yes, Raynard Jackson, Pulitzer Prize nominee, Be Black Americans for a Better Future chairman. He will be here, and we will be talking about the Trailblazers Award coming up in the next month. Listen, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the best at Urban Conservative Talk right after this.